ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is another pickups video for December, January, because I don't think I'm picking up more this month. So, but yeah, I've scored big on this. I've done very well for the PlayStation, for my PlayStation 1 collection, and that's something I'm very happy about. And I'll talk about some other stuff which I'm not showing because I'm getting rid of them very quickly. Well, I've picked up but I've already gotten rid of and stuff like that. I'll talk about one of my favourite, and if I've got time, I might talk about the my favourite game from 2013, which happens to be the last game, actually. But yeah, I'll talk about that last. Anyway, let's begin. Started out in December, very well actually. Just, you know, because I only really do marketplace. I don't do you know, car boot sales or walmarts or yard sales, whatever you want to call them. I do marketplace, which is kind of a Craigslist sort of thing, where like you bid on stuff, people's items. It's kind of like eBay, but it's more like Craigslist in the fact that you can go to their house and collect, and it's a bit more personal. There's a lot more talking to each other. But anyway, that's enough of that. You don't need to know about that. But yeah, started off very strong actually, and something I'm very happy with. I've been looking for this really for the Sega Saturn, but trying to find it over here is really difficult. And finding any Sega games actually over here is very difficult, but that's another story for a different time. But yeah, the first one that I picked up really in month was Darkstalkers, the Night Warriors for the PlayStation 1, all complete with book, everything, and very good condition. I'm very happy though with this because obviously you get the move list, but you get some very nice illustrations, and I'll be talking about more about illustrations later in this video, so keep tuned if you care. But yeah, that's Darkstalkers. Now, I got a lot for paid. I know I'm not really keen on talking about how much I pay for games, really. So, well, I am. I like talking about it. If I've done well, I'll talk about it because I think I have. But I did well on these, I believe, you know. Didn't pay too much. Didn't get overcharged. And the guy was nice enough to do free postage as well for me, which was really good because it was very near Christmas. It was like 3 days before Christmas. And I only really got this flight. I only really got this lot for like one game. Really, which will be the last one that I'm going to show you here. And again, all PS1. Most of them do have manuals, but sadly some of them don't. First game I got as a replacement for mine because I'm actually missing a disc. So, Chase Express, very good game. A Resident Evil style game, an adventure type game, yeah. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, one of the must-haves for the system, and to be honest, was the first game I ever played on the system when I was young. Tomb Raider 2, starring Lara Croft. Again, this one is complete. Box with manual and disc is in very good condition, barely being used. Same with this one, Tomb Raider, the last unfolding, or as you all know it, the last revelation. Medal of Honor Underground. It's not a bad first-person shooter really for the PS1. To be honest, PS1 really wasn't the console for it until PS2, where the first-person shooter genre on a console got really popular, I believe, anyway. And the one that I actually got it for was this, because I've seen this a lot, and I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's a gem. It's one of those games that you've got to have. It's a great gaming experience," and that is Galarians. Again, in the same vein of Resident Evil style gaming, it's all, you've got items and you get equipped, you've got to go around and you've got people to fight and stuff. It's that sort of vein. But instead of zombies or like that, you're fighting on people, but you don't just use guns. You don't use guns, you use psychic powers which you get. So you can set people on fire, you can like throw people away with your mind and stuff like that. Is actually very interesting. You can electrocute people. It's a very interesting game, and the story's pretty compelling, to be honest. I've only put a few hours in because I've been busy with another game, which I've sunk my teeth into really well. But yeah, that's Galarians, which is really good actually, because this, fully complete. It's only got a little bit of a crack on the case, but now I'm starting to expect that's normal. And yeah, it's a nice big 3-disc adventure. One thing I'm not happy about is a big sticker on backpack and get that off of it. And the last PlayStation 1 game I picked up very cheap for, and you're gonna laugh when I say this, is €2.50. The guy asking €2.50 for all of his games, for all of his PS1 games, and this one stood out because I remember this on the PC and I loved it. I thought, I've got to get it. And that's Zed, the Bitmap Brothers. This is a strategy game. It does work better if you have the mouse. You really need to get a mouse for it. I've tried it with a pad and it's clunky as all hell. But I've seen this on eBay go for about 80, and that's like a normal price. That's not like one off. If you look this up on eBay, Zed, the Bitmap Brothers, for the PS1, it's actually kind of sought after and very rare because of it's a Bitmap Brothers game. Right, and so they're the PS1 pickups. I picked up the odd Sega game. I don't really get a lot of Sega games in due to they're very hard to get over here for a good price. So if I see them, I normally jump on them. I believe I did get a bit ripped off with this, to be honest. But I'm not too bothered. It's not a bad game. You can already kind of see it. And that's Shining in the Darkness. Yeah, what to say about this game? I've only really put about like maybe an hour, maybe two in to it. It's definitely a dungeon crawler. It's a dungeon crawler. There's a lot of dungeon crawling. You've got to get out the graph paper and you just start drawing your maps because everything takes place in one labyrinth, and you can keep going back from labyrinth to your town to the everywhere. Dungeon crawler. It's actually the way that I work. I think this was like the console version of like let's say Ultima or something like that back in the day. Not Ultima. Was it Ultima? Yeah, Ultima was the no. I think it was like the D&D games, the old D&D games. Actually, which were more of a dungeon crawl thing. But yeah, anyway. This kind of like the console version of that, more or less. This is a spin-off from the Shining Force series. It's kind of looked down as like a bit of a black sheep because it doesn't follow the story arc. It's its own story, but it's got the name. The thing that I like about this game is the animations in it. The way that everything's drawn, it's very reminiscent to me. Actually, it's more reminiscent of playing like Discworld or Monkey Island. The way that the characters are drawn and everything. I mean, if you look on the back, don't know if you can see well. But you can see it's all cartoony, and that's like your view. It's all first person. This though, manual's a bit scratty, and the cartridge as well. But right, I've got a little bit of backstory between this with this item. I'll say item. If you are my friend on Facebook, you already know what this is. I picked this up every Tuesday and Saturday in Rotterdam. You get this like rumble mat, the kind of a car boot thing, along with like an actual market itself. And I saw them. I always peruse because there's a reseller there who sells video games, and usually they might have something decent which you might be willing to sell cheap. But this wasn't at the guy. This right the guy, this stall opposite, and I saw it, and it was just this lone item. Got to it, I picked it up. It was so sticky. It was covered in cola. It like cola being spilled on it, and it was so sticky all over it. Horrible. I went to the guy. How much do you want for it? The guy went €5. I'm like, we do $2.50. I'm when it comes to like going to rumble marts and doing that sort of thing, I always haggle. I'm a bugger for that. I don't like paying full price. It's why I probably fit in quite well in this country. But I got this for €2.50, and I was so excited. I came straight home, and yeah, and it works, and I'm very happy to own one now. And I'm going to start collecting for it, but not heavily collecting. It is a Super Nintendo. It's the first generation, I believe. It's a Dutch one because it has the channel switch up back. But it had no cables, so I'm using a NES power adapter. I'm using a multifunctional pad which I have, a Mega Drive and SNES one, and I'm using the Scarp from N64. And to test it, I've had this game for a while. Picked up reasonably cheap because I wanted it to test another console which I got, which didn't work, and that is Midway's Arcade Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection one. I don't think there's a number 2, I think there's only one. But I'm quite happy to get this. I don't know whether I'm going to sell it on or not. I think I'll sell it on when I've got more stuff for it, like try making it a lot, get a bit more money out. But because on their own these don't sell that well, but I've been wanting it for ages, so I'm not going to sell them unless I can get a good price. I've been wanting them for ages for myself, so I might end up keeping this and not actually selling it. We're near the end now. We're near the end. Probably not another 4 minutes. For my birthday in October, I got a gift card for a online shop called bol.com, bol.com. And they mainly sell like books and stuff. They sell the odd video games on there, but it's not the specialty. To be honest, it's books and DVDs, movies. It's that sort of place. It's like a WH Smith's, if you're English, sort of thing. They sell random stuff. They don't sell electronics, but they don't specialise in everything really, apart from books. And I saw this after seeing it on a few people's pickups videos, and people saying it's very worthwhile getting. It's a real nice book. I decided to get it for myself. The gift card was for €10, so that came off. I got a discount because I used a gift card as well, so I only ended up paying like about €2 for postage, and that is 30th anniversary Capcom character encyclopedia. And this has so many characters. I mean, if there's one for every page, you have 207 characters in here for the 30th anniversary, and you have artwork, a full bio, and in the bio, you have where they're meant to be from and everything, how old they're meant, well, not how old, but what the first appearance was, and what the recent appearance is. So it's very good to have that. I mean, and you get stuff, and there's stuff here which I've never seen in my life. I never heard of. Like, for example, not Shadow Bro, but that. Full Metal Madness. Full Metal Madness, first appearance in Armored Warriors. Yeah. Most recent, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes, Arcade, Dreamcast, PS2. So, but he's one of the characters that you kind of see and you don't really know about. You have Okami in here, Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, you have Apollo Justice, Ghouls and Goblins, Arthur, Shura from Shura's Wrath, Agnes from Shura's Wrath, Axel from the Mega Man series. Yeah, I could read this out all day. Oh my word! Yes, we have it. Enough said. Barry Burton, the mother himself, the badass himself, the guy who gives you a grenade launcher ammo because I've got this, his little hand cannon. Anyway, that brings me on nicely to the last one. My last pickups were probably the best birthday Christmas gift ever. I've put in total about 20 hours in this, and for what it's on, that's a lot of hours. It's one of the one game that I've been looking forward to for like the last half of the year. Since I heard about it, I'm like, I want this game. I want that console for that game. And here it is. Bravely Default, the Flying Fairy. This is a new intro to the RPG genre. This is new. This is not a spin-off of anything else, and it is one of the best games I have ever played. Yeah, hands down, the best, and one of the best RPG I've ever played. Better than Final Fantasy IX. So it says a lot when I say something's better than 9. 9 is like my favourite RPG. Under that were 8. So this wipes the floor with that. Characters, amazing. You actually care about them and everything. The combat system, very unique. You have a brave and you have a default. Default is guard, brave is you unleash power. Every time you guard, you gain 1 point, and every time you use brave, you use 1. So, but you can go into minus figures, but then you can't do it for a number of turns. So there's a bit of strategy involved as well. There's actually a lot of strategy. I don't like using this word, but it is a bit of a grind fest at times. I mean, at the moment I'm chapter 2 and my characters are level 28 and I'm struggling with a offshoot mission. It's kind of, you have your main story arc and then you have jobs which you can take. The most interesting thing actually is the class system in this, or jobs. There's so many jobs, there's about 14 different jobs or something in this. So they've all got different stuff. They've all got different stuff that they can use. So I mean, at the moment I have a knight, a black mage, a thief, and the monk. But all my characters have been trained in 2 different. But you can train them in so many different. So you can be a black mage and then still use powers for white mage. So you can make your secondary class as a white mage. Give this game a try. If you're watching this in the US. When you get this, you will not put your 3DS down. You'll be charging it more than anything. And yeah, that is Bravely Default for the 3DS. I am Andrew Smith, and this has been enough Pickets video from Bullet Mouth Reviews, I guess. And yeah, thank you again for watching. If you managed to keep watching for this time without falling asleep, well done. And again, if you like, comment, subscribe, enjoy, and as I always say, keep on gaming.